What's going on, everybody? Nick Ayers here. Welcome to the live IAOA Periscope show. Today we're going to be talking about Periscope. We're going to be talking about how to use live streaming into your agency. I have you on this feed. I have you on this feed. We're Periscoping live. That's me on Periscope. That's actually the camera on Periscope. We're going to be talking about different ways that you need to get involved with live streaming and how you can implement these techniques into your agency. Number one, Periscope is a live streaming app. It sends push notifications to your phone via Twitter to where you can do a live broadcast. You can show whatever you want to show, just like this, live and in person. It allows you to be real, it allows you to be organic, it allows you to, just be the real you. That's the whole basis of what makes social media, successful, is it allows you to do the real things and show who you really are, and live streaming fits this mode in this medium perfectly. So Periscope is an application that's been downloaded as of the end of July. There have been over 5 million downloads of Periscope, and that's just at the end of July, and it's only been out on the market this year. It's already hit Apple's top 30 downloadable applications. It's already in the top 30. It's only going to be bigger. Listen, live streaming is now. It's not the future. It's right now. Okay? Don't be that guy or girl. Look, you might have been that person who, when the internet came out, I'm going to talk to some of you. You might have been that person that when the internet came out, you said, this is just a fad. This is just a fad. It's going to go away. You might have been that person that when social media hit, when MySpace came out or Facebook came out, you might have been, that's just a fad. Listen, don't be that person. Don't be that agency owner. Let me beg of you. Don't be that agency owner that says that live streaming is a fad. It's not a fad. It's only going to be something that is what Instagram did for photography. Live streaming will revolutionize social media. Periscope, Meerkat, Facebook live stream, it will just completely revolutionize the way that you and I connect on a real level. Okay? So, I know what you're asking. How in the world am I going to implement live streaming? How in the world am I going to implement Periscope into my agency? It's a great question. Thank you for asking. Here's number one. Here's 3 reasons that I've been able to kind of experiment with and have some success with, and I think that if you begin to implement them, you'll start to see major success and major dividends start to pay itself off just with some very basic things. Number one, do this once a week. Go into someone else's business. It could be somebody that you're trying to solicit. It could be someone that you're trying to build a relationship with. Go into their business and ask if you can do a live broadcast to your followers, to the people that follow you on social media, where you're talking about how great and phenomenal their business is. I'll give you an example. So many of you know I try to solicit restaurants. So I will go into a restaurant. I'll eat food. It could be basic food. It could be mom and pop diner food, or it could be 5-star food. I'll sit down, I'll order, I'll eat, and then I'll ask to speak to the manager. The manager's gonna come over and I'm gonna jump up, I'm gonna talk about how awesome their food is, how great their restaurant is, and I'm gonna ask them this. In that moment, I'm gonna say, ma'am, sir, can I broadcast to you, broadcast to my followers, can I broadcast and talk about how awesome this place is and how every one of the people that follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever, how they need to come and eat at this restaurant? You think they're gonna say no? I mean, that's an open door automatically. And what you've done in that moment is you've created instant value. I guarantee this, nobody that's ever approached them on a sales basis has ever presented value like that. Nobody's ever opened a door quite like that. You begin to add value, then you establish a relationship, and you go in, you ask them questions. How long has the restaurant been open? How long have you been managing it? What else is on the menu? What else should I eat here? What should the people that follow me, what should they eat? I guarantee you, unless you're Guy Fieri, nobody's ever done that, okay? Nobody's ever sat down with them and explained that, and they're gonna be taken back. You can do it in the restaurant business, you can do it in anything that you do that's Main Street business. Go in there, go to Payless shoe stores, or go to wherever you women like to shop for shoes. Go in there and talk about how awesome it is to buy shoes there, and then broadcast that live. You've created immediate value. Number 2, here's the second thing you want to do. Second thing you want to do is client testimonials. Okay, this is easy. This is so easy. You have Mr. and Mrs. Smith at your desk. You've caught them in the moment. You've already saved them money or presented value or done something that's created them to want to do business with you. You are going to set up and you are going to allow them to sell the referral for you. You get them on Periscope, you get them on live stream, you say, we have Mr. and Mrs. Smith here, we just did their auto, their home, we were able to add an umbrella and a term life policy, we still save them $500. Right? And then you put the camera on them, and in their nervous laughter and whatever they're doing, they're going to shout how happy they are, and they're going to say, man, this was great, this was awesome. Will you tell your friends? Absolutely, I'm going to tell my friends. You're asking for the referral in a much different way, and you're shooting that out. It's you selling without selling. You're allowing your clients to be your greatest resource for sales. Number 3, this is another one. I would schedule a time, and you can promote this. The other 2 ones, they're spontaneous, very spontaneous, and that's the beauty of live streaming is you get spontaneous things, you get real interaction. But schedule a time, make it a little bit more professional, not quite like what you see here, right? Schedule a time where you sit down and you ask people throughout the week to submit their questions based on insurance. And then you just answer them in an educational format. So, Nick, my son was driving our car, he got in an accident, the insurance company wouldn't cover him, what was I supposed to do, how can I avoid that in the future? And then you just begin to answer on an educational level. You begin to answer and you'll start to establish yourself as the expert, as the industry expert. And you'll start to see dividends just pay themselves because you're not selling something to them. Right? You're not just selling them insurance, but you're providing education, you're providing real value. And then when the time comes, that it creates another open door and it presents more value to where they're going to want to do business with you. And if they don't do business with you, they probably know somebody who does. Okay, so those are 3 main ways that you can do that. I suggest do those 3 things. Build up another person's business, ask for reviews, and establish yourself as an industry expert. You do those 3 things, I can guarantee you that you will begin to see the roof start to raise. You'll see the lid raise on your exposure, on how people interact with you in your community. People are going to know you. You won't be able to walk through Safeway and people will be able to say, that's the guy who's on Facebook, that's the guy who's on Periscope. Be that guy, be that industry expert. Be the person that when Facebook drops their live streaming service, you are all over that. And you are the first one to knock it out of the park and you start to carve out your territory. I guarantee you, only good things can happen. That's what I got. I love you guys. IA, OA, better together.